guys, it's Captain Mal. I'm here to show you something that I discovered as sort of a pleasant side effect of a game mechanic, and I'm talking about creature taming in Starfield. You can actually have a farm where you have a whole bunch of pets running around, totally harmless, won't attack you. My particular favorites are the foxbats. I think they're the cutest thing I've ever seen. So I'm going to show you my foxbat farm and give you a quick run through on how to set one up. So we go to the map here. Now I set my outpost up on a planet called Schrodinger 3 in the Schrodinger system, which I think is a fantastic name. And I picked it because of its proximity to the key in Crimson Fleet's base. Fun little fact, if you do the Crimson Fleet quest first, before you do the UC or the Freestar Collective quests, you will be able to avoid battles with pirates during a lot of those other missions. If you go into, say, a base or an abandoned mine where the Crimson Fleet is set up, instead of having 800 people shooting at you, they'll just walk around and make casual small talk. It makes life easier. It's an interesting little quirk that I found doing it the weird way that I did. Anyway, back to the foxbats. Schrodinger. You can see here that I've got my outpost on Schrodinger 3. I discovered the foxbats completely by accident. I was looking for resources, and I thought the planet had a fantastic name, so I stopped by and found myself some friends.
Some people think of life as this delicate struggle.
So here we are on Schrodinger 3 at my foxbat farm. See the lights from the greenhouses and such. And let's take a look at the foxbats. A lot of people thought these were really adorable when I showed pictures of them. They're, like I said, completely harmless. They'll squeak a little bit at you, shake their ears. It's a lot like taming creatures in Fallout 76, except that they won't defend your base, and they don't do any kind of combat, but they do wander around and do cute things. You can get up close to them and take a good look at them, the foxbats. So this is my foxbat farm. I have two animal husbandry facilities set up. One is a normal and one is a commercial. And I'm going to give you a quick run through on how to set one of these up. So, first things first, you have to have a rank in zoology and at least one rank in botany if you want these to be self-sustaining. They'll produce resources for you from whatever creature you've tamed here. Of course, with foxbats, it's luxury textiles. I set my output to go to this cargo container. You can see I've got quite a lot of them, and I just cleaned this out earlier. So, you need one rank in zoology, one rank in botany at least. I'm really over encumbered. First things first, you have to have whatever creature he vanished. Whatever creature that you choose, 100% scanned, and it has to say outpost production allowed at the bottom. See down there at the bottom right. If not, you won't be able to create one of these farms, and you won't be able to gather their resources this way. You also have to have at least one kind of flora, 100% scanned, that produces nutrients, because you have to feed your animals. There are some planets where there aren't any. There are a few exceptions to that. Generally speaking, it's not uncommon to find them, so you shouldn't have terribly hard of a time. Now, once you have your ranks, you've got your animals and your flora scanned, you'll find that in your build menu, there will be, under builders, an animal husbandry facility. This is regular, this is commercial, or greenhouses. Now, if you don't have those ranks, you will not be able to see these things. They won't even pop up as options. So, you can see that there's connectors. I'll get to that. First things first, you need to plonk down an animal husbandry facility. You need a greenhouse. You need a water extractor, a solid storage container, and you need to make sure there's enough power for all those things to run. See, I've got 3 solar arrays. They're pretty cheap to build, and 3 will power one little farm setup. So you see I've got 3 there, they power those. I have 3 over there that power the commercial setup. You can see the lights are on and the water extractors are turning. So basically, you need to feed and water your animals, and then they will produce whatever resources they provide, and they'll get sent to whatever container you choose to set it up. I have my cargo transfer container here. It was easier for me to set that up that way so I can keep track of what's going where. So far, rank in zoology, rank in botany, animal husbandry facility, greenhouse, water extractor, solid storage container. You've got your creature 100% scan, says outpost production allowed. You've got the flora that produces nutrients, says outpost production allowed. Now, if we look at this, you'll see that there are connector lines running here, and they're a lot more visible than wires, so you'll be able to see pretty clearly what goes where. So basically, again, you want to connect your water extractor to the greenhouse. Then you want to connect the greenhouse to the solid storage container that holds the nutrients that feed your animals. Your solid storage container to your animal husbandry facility, so it will feed the animals. And then you want to connect your facility to whatever output container you choose to send it to. And that will give you whatever resources the animals are able to provide. In this case, of course, with the foxbats, it's luxury textiles. Now, I don't really need this many luxury textiles. I basically set up this farm because I fell in love with the foxbats. Again, I think they're the most fantastic critter that I have seen in any game. And so I wanted a bunch of tame foxbats hanging around, sort of as pets. So, in order to do that, I set up these facilities. They're pretty simple. Once you have your ranks, you have your equipment, you've got your power sources. You see over here again, I've got solar arrays set up to provide enough power. Very much like Fallout, if you go into the build menu, it'll tell you how much power they require for each thing. And as long as you've got that covered, and you've got everything connected, you're all set. So, then you'll have what I consider the best bonus in this entire game: tame friendly creatures. Hey guys, I mean, these guys are just the best. You can get right up close to them. Yeah, hi there. You're adorable. So, just to run through it one more time, you want to get a rank in zoology, at least 1 rank in biology. You want to find whatever creature you want to tame. Make sure they're 100% scanned. It'll say outpost production allowed. If it doesn't, you won't be able to set up one of these facilities here. You want to find the species of flora, particularly that provides nutrients, because you need nutrients to provide for your animals. Then you want to build a greenhouse. You want to build an animal husbandry facility. You want to make sure you've got a water extractor, enough power to run all of those things, a solid storage container, and if you want to send your output of resources to somewhere else, you need a different container. Like I said, I use the cargo transfer container because it's just easier for me to keep track of where stuff is going. And then you have to remember, after you do all these things, you get everything connected: water to greenhouse, greenhouse to storage, storage to animal facility, and animal facility to output. There's one more thing you need to do, and you need to make sure this console is not exactly visible if you're not looking for it. But especially if you have more than one species of flora that provides more than one resource, 100% scanned, you want to make sure that you have nutrients selected here, because otherwise it'll send toxins or whatnot to your storage, and it won't hurt your animals, but it won't feed them, and you won't get the production of the resources. And, you want to make sure your animals are fed and watered, right? Go to a different planet and tame a native creature. You want to make sure they're well taken care of. So, once you do that, you've got nutrients selected there, you've got everything running. There's a console, excuse me. There's a console over here, also, on this side. And again, whichever, and if you've got more than one animal hanging around, you can pick which thing that you wanted to output. Now, I haven't scanned the other ones 100% because what I really wanted was the foxbats. So, it didn't really matter, but I had to make sure that was running. And then, once you've done all those things, you can have a creature farm with tame pets hanging around. And that one, they've decided that they like sitting on the roof, or in the roof, I guess. So that is how you get pet creatures in Starfield. It's a lot of fun to show up and see them, and say hello to them. Also, again, this facility, combined with both of my, that's a commercial because I have a few ranks in zoology. This produces a lot. So, they're good for more advanced building things, furniture, things like that. What I had wanted to do, the reason I'm so over encumbered, is because I wanted to build a, I'm a doofus. Alright. I had wanted to build a watchtower here. Just right in the middle, so I could keep an eye on my foxbats. From above. You know, there's the door. Let's see, right there. It's a little crooked, but hey. Alright. The land's a little crooked. Alright, right. Oh, he's gonna stand right in the way. Now I've got foxbat watchtower. See, yeah, you can see here. That once you've got everything taken care of and everything is set up right, you've got a passive resource collector and a tame animal farm. Really? Running while encumbered will drain my oxygen.
Don't you forget.
Yeah. Nice timing. Alright. And see, this is nice. I can go and look down on Foxbat Farm. Yeah, I can see them. There we go. I can just peek through here and... Well, those solar arrays are crooked. Well, at least I know that from up here. But it's basically, take a look at... things from here. And there it is. Foxbat Farm. Oh, it is the leaning tower of Foxbat. Let's see, they're all over the place. It's just, but yeah, that's Foxbat Farm. Thanks for hanging around and putting up with me explaining it one more time.